Diane. I have not lectured before in Region 8. I work at TBT right now with Brad Harris, but my claim to fame is I was at West Valley Gymnastics School for 27 years with Mark Young, and before Mark Young was there, and we together had Amy Chow in 2 Olympic Games. So I have lectured before, just not in front of you guys who are becoming my friends in Region 8, and I see you all at regionals and state meets and things like that. Kirsten is from here in Atlanta, right? And she's going to demonstrate for me. But I do have, for all the upper, more harder things, because I anticipated we wouldn't have mats and a beam and things like that, we'll do on film. Please, please, please feel free to raise your hand and ask questions anytime. We just, at Region 3, 2 weeks ago, when I was doing drills for advanced skills on beam, all the questions led back to the beginning. So I changed the concept of the lecture. Instead of doing advanced skills as a separate thing, we're just going backwards from the beginning to the end. That way, hopefully, I can cover what questions you might have from the beginning, and then later in the day, we'll do dismounts and aerials and everything that's not back tumbling. So obviously, the most important thing, balance beam is simple skills done in a challenging environment. So teaching the environment is as important, if not more important, than the skill. We assume, sort of, that before they're doing it on the beam, they have it on the floor. And they have it beautifully on the floor, we would hope. But we'll go over a little bit of what is beautiful, in my mind, and getting it on the beam, as well as how to get over the fear that we anticipate many of them will have, and getting it done technically correct. So we'll start with a landing lunge. A landing lunge is an active position. When you're in a landing lunge, you are not standing still. You may appear to be standing still, but you're not. So you want your feet turned out the same as each other. Not that much, honey. We're on a beam. It's only 4 inches wide. Okay, press your front leg down. Okay, you're a smart girl. I know you are. Do you know how much weight you should have on your front leg in a landing lunge? Most of it. That's a really good answer. Most, 75 to 90% of your weight on your front leg. Back leg has the rest. Hips, press. I'm going to be a little, press that forward and try to squeeze together your legs just a little bit. I won't actually touch you there. Yeah. So if you're working with little guys and they're just learning how to do this, I've got to take my shoes off. Can't talk about gymnastics with shoes on. If you're with little guys and you're in a lunge and you're trying to teach them how to get this square, how to squeeze together the top of their legs right here and get this hip lined up with this hip, it's really one thing just having them stand on the beam and go twist and go back, twist and go back, twist and go back. Just do that a few times, please. Good. Do it again. Okay, so if I could pull her leg off, that was pretty good. She was pressing down. If she was a little kid, like a level 2 or 3, just learning how to do this, and do it again. Let me pick up your leg. Go. Twist and come down. And you can do that with a little guy, then they're not pushing down their leg soon enough. So square your hips, press down. Be sure you're pressing all your toes in. Twist and come back. Press down. Good girl. This a little bit more. Pull up right here. Okay. So arms, back to the landing lunge, arms by your ears. Grow tall, grow taller, reach up, try to open your armpits just a little bit more. So if you're pressing down right here, pressing forward right here, squeezing together right here, growing tall right here, pressing down right here while reaching up right here, all those things are moving at the same time. So even though she looks like she's standing still, inside her skin, lots of things are moving against each other, and that's what will lock her on the beam at the end. If you have the kids, they've done a few of these things. They've done that. Relax a little second. Just relax. Put your feet together. Okay, just do a tiny little jump and land in that lunge. Just bloop. Perfect. She's clearly not a level 3. Do it again. Little jump. Bloop. And then push on her, push on her, push on her, push on her. With your little guys, square your hips a little bit more, honey. There you go. Did you guys see how I fixed that? That's one of the most important things to be critical of every single time they go. Here's my balance beam right here in the middle. If they're like this, and their front foot or their back foot is a hair more turned out than their front foot, Every time they do that, it becomes habit forming. Every time you fix their back foot and press this hip forward, when they start going to here and doing connections on beam, they're going to understand where square is. If they think from the beginner level compulsories up, from doing a little baby handstand on beam, or just even a lever on beam and coming back, if they think that this is okay, if they think that their front foot turned in just a little is okay, their front foot straight, back foot turned out, if that's okay at level 1, 2, 3, then when they get to flip-flop layouts, all that stuff later, they're going to have a much harder time knowing where square is, if that makes sense. So even with level 9s and 10s, that level, and you're doing your warm-up line drills on beam, every day that we're going to do series, I have the kids do lots of basic things like what we're going to just do right here. So I just want you to be safe up here. Her coach would probably be really irritated if I injure her today. Okay, just scoot up to this line. Okay, jump backwards to a landing lunge. Good, chest up just a little bit more. Do it again. This is one of when we're doing line drill lead up warm-ups with my level 9s and 10s on beam. If it's a series day, we do a couple rows of these. Jump back, landing lunge. Good. She's good. She's not having problems, so I can't. If you had problems, I would say, oh, she has this problem, do this. Or she has that. But you look really good. Really good. Let me see if I left anything out. I feel like I